Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Tweets, videos, and memes, yeah, they're all the rage. But how can I effectively market via email? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
You serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
What is up? What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of emailing, not spamming, learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that's infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable tips, advice, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because we already know there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. You know, before we kick this off, I know you want to keep getting these daily success tips, so be sure, go on down there and smash that subscribe button. While you're there, leave us a 5-star rating and drop us some kind words in the review. You see, these subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell the podcast platform algorithms to lift us up ever so slightly in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs like yourself. So take a moment, show the love, and help me spread the word. Thanks so much. All right, so like I led in with, right, everyone's talking about those, let's have a witty tweet, right? Let's have the cool, quick tip video. Let's create a memorable meme. Let's go out there and, share the Insta stories and create this cool reel. But there's one marketing tool that still remains powerful even after all these years. Yeah, emails, right? But we have to rethink an effective email strategy, especially post-COVID. And I say post-COVID, we're still going through it. Chances are, if you think about it, with everyone having gone through lockdown and in many places still being in lockdown, that direct sales offers into the inboxes are probably at an all-time high. But so many of them are getting marked as spam and left forever unopened. I think when the last study I read, which was pre-COVID, that spam messages accounted for just over 55% of all the email traffic. That's a challenge, right? So really, with that challenge, how do you develop an email campaign that's appealing, informative, and keeps up with all those other marketing tools out there that are being heavily consumed in this age of social media? And it seems like there's a new app coming out every day. Well, I think I want to say, hey, the times are a-changing, so you have to change. I'm not so sure it's that. I think we're going to get back down to some core basic principles that will help you in your email marketing. Some of these may be new to you. Some of these are probably tried and true. You've heard them before, and they're just going to be a friendly reminder. All right. I think it all starts with connecting with your audience. This is a big one for me. I preach about connecting with your audience all the time, finding your core audience, and within that core audience, finding that tribe, those people that really, really resonate with you. Think about it. How many, I'm going to direct this to the guys for a moment. Guys, how many of you have received that infamous email for, the down there, the erectile dysfunction? Hey, buy this drug from somebody you don't know in Canada or overseas, right? We've all got them. right? Just because we're male, we're getting those emails. That's not connecting with your audience, ladies and gentlemen. You want to create an email marketing campaign that truly connects with each recipient's interest, right? And you can do this by targeting groups, creating your own group. Like me, I've got the Dark Horse Tribe. I try to pull in my fellow driven entrepreneurs. That way I know at least at that level I can connect with them. As they enter the group, we ask them like 3 questions. One obviously is your email, but we ask a couple of other questions that kind of help further segment them into where they are in their journey, what struggles they're having. So now I can then further segment them and send them emails that are specific to them, because if there's someone that they're longer in the tooth and they're further along in their entrepreneurial journey, I probably don't need to send them, hey, here's a beginning entrepreneur tip for you. They're like, well, I don't need this. Unsubscribe, right? Whereas the person that is more beginning in their entrepreneurial journey, I need to be sending them these veteran tips. They're like, dude, I'm not there yet. Unsubscribe. So you want to connect with your audience and then segment them down to a point where you can truly personalize it to them. And that segmentation can go in so many different directions, right? Obviously, there's the obvious demographic ones, age, sex, location. But like I mentioned earlier, there are things that are specific to whatever niche you're working on or niche you're working on, where they are in their journey. Are they interested in podcasting? Are they one-on-one? Do they do group coaching? All these different questions that'll help narrow the focus for you. And then with that comes your ability to customize your blasts. Much like you're taking your ability to create an ad in Facebook or Instagram or in Twitter, you can speak specifically to the recipient of your email through this segmentation and customization. Say, okay, now I know I have a driven entrepreneur that's further along in their path that is interested in podcasting or podcast guesting. Now, with all that segmentation, I can really drive home some content and some tips and some ideas and some products and some services that can definitely appeal to them. So you have to ask your questions like, what appeals to them? What are they looking for in products or services? And this segmentation can help you. How do they define good customer service? What made them visit my website in the first place? What made them subscribe and come over to my group? All these little things can help familiarize yourself with your readers, and that will make it easier to customize your emails, your follow-ups, your content, and your reminders. And let's not forget delivering that content and those emails in a way that is best served to, let's say, the age of the person receiving it. Some of our older folks like to take their time. They might read through something in detail. Where our millennials, they're go, right? They might need to get that stuff in a far more fast manner. And maybe an infographic is even better, right? And there may be those in your tribe that are receiving your emails that have a penchant for video. You can drop that in there as well. Deliver the content your recipient wants, the way they want it, and having the information that they want and need. Which really takes us to the next one. It is all about let's grab their attention and then let's keep them interested. Look, here's the thing. We're all doing so many things at once, right? We're multitasking, we're driving, or we're not texting while we're driving, right? We're not scrolling through our news feeds while we're driving, but we are scrolling through news feeds, watching videos, listening to the news, checking all our work-related emails. The competition for your recipient's attention is really, really high. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to create some creative ways to hook their attention and hold it long enough to deliver your message. These can be witty headlines, visually appealing images, straightforward, no BS, clickbait or information, whatever works for your style or for your recipient style, that's what you need to use. One thing I've seen be very successful here recently is FOMO, that failure of that fear of missing out. Hey, you're missing on these amazing rewards. Hey, final days, that scarcity that's coming up. I've seen Clubhouse grow in huge leaps and bounds as a result of FOMO. So please do not forget to use that. And humor never fails. All right. So you can use humor in there as well. And the last one I want to leave you with today is leave a clear call to action. And let's take that one step further. Leave one call to action. So whatever it is your email is going out for, have it, first off, let's have it have a purpose, right? I want my reader to do this. Right? Now I'm going to give them the catchy headline, and then I'm going to put in there some powerful image. So if it's one of those folks that just want to scan through it, the image tells, an image is worth 1,000 words, picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And then I want to give them that single call to action. Don't give them, hey, if you like this, do that. Or hey, if you like those, do these. And hey, if you like this over here, do this instead. No. If you give them too many choices, the choice they're going to make is none at all. Your emails need to have a specific and clear purpose that you want to achieve through an effective call to action. Do you want your visitors to visit your website? Do you want them to subscribe to your newsletter? Would you like them to come on over to your Facebook page? Do you want them to join your Facebook group? Do you want them to buy something at your online store? Whichever it is, lead them to this one goal with that very specific call to action. And within that call to action, it needs to be low or no cost in exchange for the click, right? You want to reduce that barrier of entry. So here you want to be very careful that you're not asking for too much. It could be the usual, hey, get my, 35 entrepreneurial productivity hacks free, right? To click here to get them. I'll give them to you for free. Or some of the other popular click-through lines are find your solution, learn more, subscribe and save, right? View subscription options is another good one, right? So now you're telling, hey, check out these subscription options that we have. So now it's like, ooh, I need to learn that. More information if they're interested. So little things like that. And then obviously you want to do some A/B testing. Check out send out an email with 2 different versions and see which one performs better. All right. I'm going to leave you with those today. Now, I'm going to chat with you tomorrow about a few more, probably 5 more, email marketing best practices that you need to consider. Actually, you just need to implement them. I'm just going to call it like it is, right? All right. So there you have it, my Dark Horse friends and family, some email best practices that you should be putting into place. If you're not already doing them, get to doing them today. If you are already doing them, 2 amazing thumbs up for you. Now, I know you want to keep getting these daily success tips, so make sure you go on down there and smash that subscribe button like we chatted about earlier. And of course, while you're there, drop us that 5-star rating. Leave us those kind words in the review. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, those subscribes, ratings, and reviews. Tell all those podcast platforms to lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like you. So please take the moment, show the love, and help us spread the words. Thanks so much. Hey, if you want to come over and jam with more of these Dark Horse entrepreneurs, come on over to the Facebook group. Go into facebook.com. Put Dark Horse Tribe in the search bar. Well, you should see us right there at the top. Come on in and hang out with us. Get your questions answered and help answer some other questions using your expertise. If for some reason you can't find us that way, go to your favorite web browser, type in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe, all one word. That should take you right there. I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results, and then come on into the group and let me hear about them. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.